Hi, my name is Ashley Share with the Share Institute, ShareLove.Fund, and now we're going to talk about Book 1, Sutra 50. That's 1.50 in the sutras. And this sutra translated into English is, the impression produced by this meditation wipes out all other impressions. So what does this mean? So first, Book 1 of the sutras is all about meditation. So Patanjali walks us through meditation is great, meditation is lovely. These are ways to meditate. You can think of an object, you can think of your sleep. He gives us a whole bunch of ideas and suggestions for how to get into meditation. He tells us about different forms of meditation. And he gives us even a catch-all to say, you know what, if none of these meditation techniques work for you, then do it your own way. It doesn't matter how you journey towards meditation, but just try to get there because it's awesome. And he recommends it to a friend. And in this sutra, it's the second to last sutra of Book 1, the second to last sutra on meditation, where he really gets into the highest level of meditation. And he says that, I'll read it again, the impression produced by this meditation wipes out all other impressions. So this is an ancient yogic text. The Share Institute does not advocate this. We're just studying it to understand the ancient yogic texts in connection with the very practical result to help incarcerated women obtain a free yoga teaching degree. And in that context, we will review the teachings of gurus to analyze this text. So modern yogic gurus analyze this sutra as follows. The impressions that result from the meditation by which you get absolute true consciousness will obstruct all other impressions. Impressions, as you may recall, are past memories of maybe desires or things that we've experienced in our past. Everything dies away and there's no more coming back as an ordinary person ignorant of your true nature. That philosophy is based on the Hindu principles of reincarnation. Again, ShareLove.Fund does not teach religion or advocate a particular religion. We're just exercising critical thinking and analyzing the sutras as an exercise to sort of understand the basics of yoga. To become a yoga teacher, you don't need to believe in the yoga philosophy to be a yoga teacher. You can teach it as fact, you can teach it as fiction, and the idea is just to have a practical degree should you want one. As the gurus say, you come to this stage and retain knowledge. In this state, you become a realized saint, one who lives, one who is liberated. As a liberated living being, you live and eat and talk like anyone else. You even do business like anybody else, but still you are liberated. A saint may be doing anything. He or she does not need to sit in meditation in a cave. This person could be in Times Square and still be a saint. A saint is involved in the world for the sake of humanity without any personal attachment. So one of the reasons why I believe that yoga has survived so many years is because it is very practical. So this idea of work really hard and meditate really hard and try to get to this extreme blissful state and then you'll be a saint. It doesn't say then you need to be a priest and live your life a certain way. It says you can do this and still live an ordinary life. So anyway, for what it's worth, I just think it's interesting sort of how practical it is. again, like at our institute, we're not saying that we believe that the sainthood exists or doesn't exist, but it's just the concept. The yoga gurus continue to analyze this as follows. Nothing is exciting to a saint, and ancient yogic verse is provided for more clarity. It is, quote, if he sees the cool rays of the moon in the broad daylight, or a 3-day-old corpse getting out of its coffin to walk, he will not wonder, oh, how can that be? Nothing will be exciting to the saint because he or she knows it is all a phenomenon of nature. In the universe, many things happen, so the liberated ones don't worry about that. The yoga gurus go on to continue. They will just take the golden present in hand, and prompted by the higher will, they will just do what they need to do and pass by, unattached. They will not need to be attached to anything. In that state, no impressions, no old thought will bring them back into ordinary life. Although they appear to be normal, the seeds of all mental impressions are completely burnt out, and they will always live in that unattached state. So as discussed, the seeds of mental impressions are our desires. And in earlier sutras, we're told that we can achieve a deep meditative state, but that we might remember our past experiences and be pulled back into our worldly desires. And in one of the sutras we studied earlier, it even said, hey, don't be discouraged if you start to meditate and things are going really well, and then you find you can't concentrate anymore. It's normal for humans to sort of take one step forward and 2 steps back, and that progress is not always linear, and that progress can take many different turns, and obstacles are just there to make us stronger. But here, Patanjali says in this sutra, when you achieve the deepest form of meditation and unattachment, and you have no inkling of desire left in you, then there is no risk that you could ever have attachments to this world again, and that you will forever be totally liberated. So whether this deep form of meditation exists or doesn't exist, that's for your opinion. Some people believe it does, some people believe it doesn't. And would it even be a good thing? Like, would you even want that? You know, I mean, being a saint sounds glorious, but you know, is that even something one wants to work towards? So either way, I think in a really practical sense, we can all get a little bit more enjoyment out of life by feeling like life is a little bit more on our terms, by using concentration and meditation to control our responses and limit our reactions, and so that our actions are deliberate in service to our goals, and that we're not just a ping pong ball for the world to play. So this is about, these are tools that we can use to get centered and to use that strong center to improve the quality of our lives. With that, I will leave you. Thank you for your time. Namaste.